Very good morning to all the respected faculty members and my dear friends. As a part of the pre-PhD coursework, I am here to give a 5-minute presentation on my research work entitled Synthesis and Biological Evaluations of some Nitrogen, Oxygen and Sulfur containing heterocycles. Coming to the introduction part, the aim of my research work is to provide novel heterocyclic compounds useful for the treatment of targeted diseases and, in addition, eliminate or minimize the adverse effects associated with the currently used therapies. I have selected 3 therapeutic areas based on literature survey. They are the CNS depressants, the non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs and the antihistaminic agents. All these areas are associated with some unmet needs, which are the key target areas. CNS depressants are not prescribed for long-term use because they have a potential to develop dependence, addiction and tolerance. Thus, there is a need to develop and synthesize drugs which are better tolerated, more effective in treatments and have a rapid onset of action. The NSAIDs are slow acting and have a modest clinical efficacy. The COX-1 inhibitors are associated with cardiovascular events, gastrointestinal complications, renal failure and hypersensitivity reactions. Thus, there is a need to develop drugs which are selective COX-2 inhibitors. The antihistaminic agents are usually used as anti-allergic drugs and drugs to treat gastric and or peptic ulcers. They are highly lipophilic and thus have a tendency to cross the blood-brain barrier, causing CNS depression. Most of the drugs have a shorter duration of action. One of the moieties selected for my research work is 6-fluoro-3-piperidine-4-L-benzisoxazole. This moiety is considered to be a bioisoster of benzoyl functionality and is isosteric with indole. There are some drugs which are in clinical use bearing this moiety. They are zonisamide, which is an antitubercular drug, risperidone, paliperidone, paliperidone palmitate and iloperidone are all CNS depressants. Coming to the literature survey of 1,2-benzisoxazole, the literature survey shows that the benzisoxazole scaffold has been explored in many therapeutic areas like antibacterials, antidiabetics, anticonvulsants, antitubercular, antipsychotic, anti-cancer and many more. Due to the time restrictions, I am presenting the work carried out in the field of antipsychotics and have compiled a few major reports from various journals. Structure 1 and structure 2 are coumarin based analogues. Structure 3 is a 6-hydroxypyridazinone analog. Structure 4 and structure 5 are various amide, sulfonamide and urea based derivatives. Structure 6 is a benzisoxazole which is conjugated to a piperidine ring. Structure 7 and structure 8 are 6-aminomethyl benzofuranone analogues. If we have a closer look at all these structures, we can clearly see that a carbon linker of 1 to 4 carbon atoms is essential for activity, and from most of the literature reports it was observed that the amide, sulfonamide and the urea derivatives were found to have superior activity profile. I have designed few novel molecules which contain both these two structural characteristics. Coming to methodology and tools, the 1,2-benzisoxazole scaffold was reacted with phthalimide protected alkyl bromo intermediate having different carbon lengths. The phthalimide group was subsequently deprotected using hydrazine hydrate, which was followed by the classical peptide coupling using EDC hydrochloride and HOBT. Now this intermediate, on reacting with various isocyanates, thiocyanates, sulfonyl chlorides and acid or acid chlorides, give the corresponding urea, thiourea, sulfonamides and amides. In a similar way, we can prepare hydroxamide analogues where we take phthalimide protected alkyl hydroxamide derivatives. In this scheme, the 1,2-benzisoxazole scaffold was reacted with ethyl bromoacetate followed by the reaction with hydrazine hydrate to give the corresponding acid hydrazide. Now this acid hydrazide is a very good precursor for the synthesis of various derivatives like oxadiazole and thiodiazole. The ester intermediate can be converted to the corresponding amide, followed by the dehydration using trifluoroacetic anhydride to get the nitrile, and this nitrile can be subsequently converted to a tetrazole. At the end, I would like to thank and acknowledge the encouragement, guidance, supervision, help and support of my supervisors, Dr. Shivaji N. Thore and Dr. Babu Shingte.